Okay, so this is my, God, how many do I have? It's probably like my seventh, no, probably fourth, fifth, I don't know. I made a few sketchbook videos, but as for sketchbooks, this is probably like my 100th sketchbook. I have a lot of sketchbooks. I actually have them since I was like in the 7th grade. I think that's when I started using them. This sketchbook is from 2017 to 2018. And I started the sketchbook, I think like I start many sketchbooks probably around December. Because I don't know why, but I tend to finish sketchbooks like around the holidays. So let me see, 2017 of December. So yeah, just focus this. So yeah, this is the first page, and I started with markers. I was it's the word predominantly. I'll say it anyway. I was predominantly a marker user when it came to sketchbooks, but when I go like further into like the sketchbook, you're gonna see that I kind of start just ditching markers completely and start using watercolor. But yeah, this is my awkward like few pages. Oh, the first few pages are worse, but I think I got a little better around this time. There's a little blame. Yeah, this is my favorite my favorite little doodle. This Blaine never curses, so when I draw him cursing, it's really fun. And this is, what's that movie called? The Craft. I really love Nancy from the movie. She's an amazing character. She's insane, but I love her. This is when I was trying to work on some watercolor as well. And I didn't know how to use it, so I kind of just messed around, and by messing around, it actually came out pretty good. I haven't done this in a while, horizontal like stuff. I think this is the only horizontal page. This one I took to work, I think. Yeah, this was a lady at the school I went to pick up this blind kid. This is a useless page. I was trying to draw a Poe from this movie, Star Wars. And here you have Blaine in his little meow shirt. Mercedes, and then Poe. And this one made me upset because I was using Copic markers that I got for a gift, and I don't know what happened, but when I was working on the shadows, the pen kind of leaked, and the whole thing just fucked up. I was really upset about it, so I just scribbled it over. Life drawings, as always. This is probably my favorite life drawings page I've done, ever. And there's Poe again. I really like this a lot. Reminds me of 1970s, Pulp Fiction. But I think this, much like the last sketchbook I had, is very experimental. I wanted to just learn a lot and just layer and layer stuff, because the paper's pretty thick. So it's not super thick, but it's thicker than the last paper I had. So I was able to do a lot of fun stuff with it. There's probably little markers I don't really use anymore. I like this one too. Oh, Santana's shins are super skinny. I don't like that. But I can't get it all right, I guess. Let me fix this. Yeah, this page is really nothing. It's just me trying to fill a page. Like I mentioned, in my other sketchbook videos, I don't like empty pages. I hate empty pages. I hate empty spaces. It just really bothers me, because I feel like, it's like you have an empty space, if there's an empty page or space in your sketchbook, you have the opportunity to fix it. To fill it in. And it's like, why not use that opportunity? could never like just leave an entire space blank. It's just like it's not finished to me. I don't even know where I got that habit from. Oh, this is Brenda from 90210. I'm watching a lot of 90210, so you're gonna see some like 90210 art too. I really like that art as well. But I also use the sketchbook to try and draw different stuff because I love Glee in my Glee book, but I drew them like, I only been drawing them for such a long time. And I wanted to experiment with other faces and other stuff to see if I could actually like draw other things. Because I feel like, in a way, only limiting myself to just like a couple characters was kind of stunting my growth. Because when I drew the Glee boy, I only drew the same expressions and stuff. I'm like, well, maybe if I drew other characters, I could learn new expressions and I could incorporate that in the Glee characters. So, and that definitely worked because I feel like I learned a lot about like expressions and face shapes. And this is probably the only time I would make like the best Blaine profile. This is the best Blaine profile. I actually have to save the my phone because I love it so much. I also try to work on like interaction stuff, like people holding each other. I still kind of check it out, but this is my favorite marker doodle though. I think it's really nice. There's Dylan! He looked weird here. My first time drawing him. Oh, this is commissions. I was doing doodle commissions. Yeah, even if a page is like if the back of the page has bled out, I still try and use that page to like practice anatomy or like just or practice hands, just so it's not a blank page. I don't even like blank spaces. This is for this was for school. That's why this is probably the only time I actually have like doodles here, because this was for school. Of course, I drew this before I painted behind it. This page I don't like very much either. I was having a really bad day, like artistically. When I do have a bad day artistically, Blaine suffers. Sorry, it's so wobbly. This I like a lot because it was inspired by this Mary statue that was in my school, my elementary school, and she had missing fingers, and it looked just like this. It creeped the shit out of me. It was so massive, I hated it, but for some reason, it kind of stuck with me. Like, I feel like Mary, as a Christian figure or whatever, she always scared me. She scared me a lot. I don't know. I think because of that statue and the whole Bloody Mary business. And they always said Mary haunted the girls' bathroom, and I'm like, great. And it would suck for me because I would get nosebleeds a lot in the 3rd grade, so I would have to go to the bathroom. Oh my god. Oh, and this was a painter. I feel so bad because I forgot her name. Something Bonnelly? I think it's Suzanne Bonnelly. She's an amazing figure skater. Her physique is so phenomenal. I was like obsessed with her, so I had to draw her body because I thought it was so nice. This is probably like my favorite like whole pose I did. I definitely like to draw figure skaters again because it definitely helps with just some movement in drawings and all that. And these what's her name too? I'm really bad at things right now. Shelley Duvall. Yeah, Shelley Duvall is here because I love Shelley Duvall's face. And this page, this is a very terrible kid push doodle I did. I don't know what happened there, but some more doodles. Tina saying bone. I wanted to do an animatic of Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Tina as Holt saying bone, because I think it fits her character. And this is not a penis. It looks like one, but that's my niece. She drew one. I don't know what she drew. A guy in a hat? I don't know, but she decided to draw on my sketchbook too, because I let her. I'm like, okay, fine, you draw with me. She drew a penis hat. And this was when I started like really like trying watercolors again. And I really do still like this watercolor duo. Playing featuring Kurt, cute little Mercedes. Really like this Mercedes here. And this was just more this page I liked a lot, actually. I really like how Kurt looks. I love how Blaine looks. I love Mercedes. Like, I like how Mercedes looks here too. I think I just captured everyone really well on this page. I was also watching Seinfeld, so I really wanted to draw like them in like Seinfeld-esque fashion because they wore a lot of cool quotes. And then, so just more doodles, me trying to like warm up. I was trying to draw Brody from Glee, but his face, like, I couldn't get it. I mean, I tried to, but I was kind of, whenever I draw Brody, I think of Robert Valley-esque art from Motor City. And next time I draw him, I'll see if I can post reference pictures maybe. These are great Tina doodles, I think. I was really getting like, because I used to doodle at work a lot, so I would kind of take techniques I would use at work and just like do it in my sketchbook. Like the hair, this stuff with the hair, I didn't really do that until I started waiting during work time because I had a lot of time. So now I kind of just use that technique anyway. And it's really fun. I think I learned a lot about patience in drawing for the sketchbook. Because for me, watercolor is so, not watercolor, marker is so immediate, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's so immediate. It's already dry when you lay it on. So after you lay on the first color, you can just keep going and going. Like with marker, for me, the reason why I like it is that there's not a lot of thought put into it. You don't have to think at all. But with watercolor, you have to wait and think, is this the right choice I'm making? Is this the right color? Should I test it out here? Like with marker, I just laid on whatever fucking color I wanted. And these are fashion people. I was doing a meme. Because personally, I wouldn't dress them up in these outfits. Well, except for this, I would obviously dress plain in that. I wouldn't really... Oh yeah, and Mike would wear this. And Santana would wear that. It's just really Kurt and Mercedes. Their outfits are kind of like not really them, I'd say. But I do love how Mike came out. This is probably the best Mike I've drawn. He is so hot here. Oh my god. And Santana, I think her boobs came out really nice. And Mercedes' boobs came out nice too. Oh, this was a good page. I wanted to practice sequential art because I haven't done like storyboards in a while. So I did like, it was like 1980s alternate universe. So though I don't think Sayin came out in the 80s, did it? I don't know, I looked it up, but I'll say late 80s, like 89. Santana, and I really like Santana in Blaine's loft or apartment because I kind of have it so easily mapped out in my head. So when I draw it feels like I've been there. Like I've been to that place. I really like that. I also like this page too. It's really well done. This is a good Blaine profile too. I was kind of noticing the limitations I kind of had with marker. Oh, this page is just pretty whack, you know. This is me just trying to warm up and stuff with the page. I really do like this page too. See, I kind of miss this big, like, amount of space I had, because the new sketchbook I have now, it's a watercolor sketchbook, and it's so small, because I wanted to get a travel size sketchbook. So when I'm waiting and stuff, I could just doodle and use watercolor. So it's about the size of my hand, And I think my hand's pretty big, but not that big. So, I mean, the issue is when you have like big hands or long hands, long fingers, is those little sketchbooks are fucking torture. I think I had the same issue with my moleskin because it was like a 5x8, I think, which is around the size of this of the sketchbook I have now. But I like this little comic because Mercedes and Kurt were fighting, and Blaine doesn't like to see them fight, so he left a note on their fridge calling for a house meeting, but it's like he doesn't live there, so I found that kind of funny. Oh yeah, this was I redrew if I could find it without losing my place. I think it's the second page. Yeah. So I redrew this here, and I feel like I learned a little bit more about angles and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I like that. I like seeing improvement. But I did around here, I did kind of start feeling like I was just really in my comfort zone though. And I wanted to just try and, try new things. And new things meaning, I guess, Mike and Mercedes dating, I guess. Explain bodies are kind of bad. I like this one though. This is pretty good. I also learned how to draw pants, I think, in that sketchbook. Because I would always give everyone like a V-line. And here's my watercolor stuff again. So I don't know, I was trying, it was so hard. I struggled a lot with watercolor at first. I tried drawing Kurt and Mercedes loft. And I can kind of see it almost, but I know you could see like the inspiration from Rachel and Monica's loft and Friends. Then I got tired of that, so I went back to Old Reliable, which is There's again. But I do like this page as well. I like this Blaine. I kind of had this habit of drawing him in this like jean jacket. I like this Mercedes too. I like the rose in her hair. I don't even remember like coloring that. Kurt and his bus stop. Well, Blaine's bus stop shirt. Shirt's my favorite. And then a little anime-esque doodle here. It was supposed to be like. Sometimes I imagine Kurt in a bike. Like I imagine this ending for an episode, and it's just like anime endings. They have like just scenes and then the credits. So I imagine Kurt like on a bike in the sunset in New York City. Oh, this I like a lot. I thought this was a really great like Santana drawing. It was inspired by. It was a image of Naomi Campbell, and she pretty much had this almost exact same outfit. But I made up this design, which I'm really proud of. I might bring it back. I was kind of obsessed with like Versace because I was watching American Crime Story, which blows kind of because the ending, or just really the rest of the show was just kind of like shit because it focused so much on the killer, and I'm like, I want to know more about Versace. I don't care about this killer, but I kind of wanted to add a lot of Versace as designs to the previous one. But it was based off a photo shoot. I don't remember what it was. And here is where my huge ass fucking hard on for Incubus began. Because my sister started listening to Incubus, and I'm like, wow, what is that band? She used to listen to them a lot, and she always says that I took it from her, because I kind of did. Because I saw the main singer, I'm like, he's kind of cute. And this is from the video Wish You Were Here, and I just love the video. It's so nice. Like the whole his shirt just flowing. He has this like weird he has a really nice delicate body that I really like drawing. And I was just like obsessed with trying to capture his likeness. I also incorporate some of his body into like the way I draw Kurt's body now. I don't think I posted this on Instagram because I didn't like it. This is when I was starting to like just kind of like almost reject the mark of I mean, I still use it every now and then. Like, I still like this image of Blaine. I kind of redrew an old title card I did for a couple years ago with Michael. And I might want to make this digital because I still really like this. Oh, see, here's more Incubus doodles. Or just Brandon Boyd doodles, really. This one came out kind of weird, but I think this one came out nice. Something about Brandon's face is, he's harder. His younger self was really hard for me to draw, but his current self is so easy. Like, here it kind of looks like him, but here I think it really looks like him, which is so weird. I guess because he has, like, his older features have things that stick out a lot. Like, he has a big forehead, and I fucking love big foreheads. But I still give him, like, when I draw him, I give him plugs, because I really like how the plugs look. They're just really fun to draw. Then here's more watercolor stuff. Oh, this is a good Mercedes picture. And I was starting to be a little more brave, I think, with my watercolor skills. And I think this was when it started, really. It's a little chalky, though. You can hear it, too. Unfortunately, like, even though this sketchbook says it's for mixed media and wet media, it kind of takes watercolor a little awkwardly. Oh, there's Kilmore. DJ Kilmore. And my comic characters, which I haven't even... The comic is on hiatus until I figure out what I'm doing with my life. Let me just check the time real quick. Okay. And here's some more. I really like this plane. This is a nice plane. You're like eating ice cream or something. Yeah, just another page of me trying to... I get into this mode where I'm like, I feel like I don't know how to draw expressions anymore, so I just try and draw it. We have this model here that I drew on the left, and I kind of like it now. I didn't like it before, but I like it now. I was kind of like, I know someone else drew her, like another artist drew her, but they said some mean stuff about the model's legs. And I'm like, her legs are fine. Like, they made her legs super skinny. And I'm like, nah, give her legs back. So I drew her legs. But it was a stupid thing to say. I'm an idiot. And I started to really like how the watercolor started to look. Because sometimes when I don't know what I'm drawing, I just use watercolor, and then I just started to like the results more and more. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can use watercolor. I think this is when it just clicked, when I just started to get better. A little Incubus plug here. You're gonna see that a lot later on. I have no shade. This was supposed to be me in my outfit I wore a few days ago. Don't remember. Wait, did the other thing focus? One. Yeah, okay. Here I tried drawing the promises video, but I hated it. I couldn't do it. Someday. Flapper Mercedes. I really enjoy like old 1920s like esque music. Sorry. So I was drawing like art inspired by them. I really like these little Mercedes smooshing her little cheeks. This is so cute. I really like the idea of Mercedes getting a pixie cut. I might draw her with it more, but I really liked it. I think she looks cute. I guess Santana like a suit. I like that too. And more art blogs, and I kind of came up with this headcanon that, or whatever. I came up with this idea that Kurt was really out of touch with like internet culture. So like 2018, he'll be like, "Oh, Blaine, check this out. This is so funny." And it's Neon Cat, and mine's like, oh my god, like he doesn't know anything. But you can't hate him because it's Kurt, you know. I like to call him the mom of the group. He's very mom-like. He always but he's like mom-like in the sense that he just worries a lot. The friend in the group that actually like takes care of everyone is Blaine, because he always has like juice boxes or snacks and stuff, or a first aid kit. Kurt kind of just worries and faints and cries. Well, these are good pages too. I have to work more on like interaction, because I know I tend to avoid that when I make art. Yeah, chicken out. Oh, this is like my favorite. Look at this. This was taken from not taken, but I drew a similar doodle like this in class, and I just love the whole shape of this, like Blaine's head. I love it so much. I don't even know what to do with it, but I might do something with it. And here's more Blaine, little royal Blaine. These were kind of inspired like from doodles in class, because in art history we were learning about like artists who drew like, I don't know, Greek gods, I think. And I really love the robes and the togas. Oh, incubus plug. This is a good page too. This is a great Tina. I enjoy her head shape here. This is kind of what I'm going for when I make Tina's head. She's amazing. Oh, here he is again, Brandon. What a beautiful specimen. He was really hard for me for like, I hate this picture. But, you know, it took a lot of ugly drawings to get used to like drawing his face, and I think I finally got his face right. These were some more life triangles. These I like too. This is another page I enjoy a lot. I might buy some Crayola markers again, just so I can do these more. That's the reason why I like Crayola markers now, so I can do like life drawings without having the markers bleed. This is a good page too, though. This probably has like the worst drawing of Jesse St. James, but the best drawings of St. Anne. And here's more little comics I did. Like I mentioned in my last video with the traditional painting. Sorry, I was kind of shaking. I haven't eaten anything, so I like a lot of undercolors. So like here, this Kurt image, I think came out really nice because the undercolor and it's just like, I don't know. I'm kind of at lost for words because I still really like this like image of Kurt. I like drawing him as like slutty in a way. It's really fun. Oh yeah, yeah, there's a little comic where Santana's kind of like falling in love with Mercedes, but I don't like this image too much because it looks like Mercedes has yellow teeth, and I didn't mean to give her yellow teeth. This is the undercolor. Let me back up. There's more watercolor stuff. Oh, see, and this is watercolor and some acrylics for details. I was really like just really getting used to it, and I'm really happy with how this came out still. Someone asking Blaine what he wants to do with his life, and he's like, I don't know. And some Mike doodles too. I have to get used to drawing Mike as well, but I do like this drawing of Mike. He's so hot here. I'm thinking of giving Mike long hair, and it's totally because I've been obsessed with Brandon Boyd lately, and I like how his hair looks. He has beautiful like Brandon Boyd. Like, I gotta give that to Mike. So doodles, trying to practice bodies. I like Santana's body here. Some more doodles. I remember this day very vividly, like drawing this, because there was a police officer that came at our door, and he asked for my mom, and I was like shitting bricks. So I'm like, oh great, it's a fucking cop, a white cop here. But it was just because she got a ticket. Bastard. Scares the shit out of me. Oh, this is a great curtain. I'll do it too. I like it when I just make happy accidents and things just turn out nice. Some more do's. Sometimes I have to fight the urge to color everything, because sometimes like this, I'm holding my steady hand. This looks nice like on its own. Like it doesn't need to be painted, but I just have this urge to paint everything. So this was hard to not paint. And I was also I decided to finally like practice Korean for once. So I did a bunch of like, I spent like a whole, almost like 2 hours I think, just learning Korean. Not learning Korean, because you don't learn it in 2 hours, but with some practice I finally learned how to read it. So I know how to read Korean, but I have no idea how to like decipher what they mean. All I know is gamsa. Is it gamsa? I know yoja. What's the other one? Yeah, I forgot the other one. Oh, namja. Yeah. So I'm still learning. I know how to write my name in Korean. That's pretty fun. Ooh, this is a bad page. I decided to try and use my gouache because I found my gouache. I found old paintbrushes that I hadn't used, and I was like, holy shit, I should use this, and it came out terrible. I'm playing, it's like a Muppet. But, you know, I realized that I just don't like gouache as a medium. I hate gouache. I don't like anything about it. So I decided to just never use it again. Here's some fashion videos. I like to think that Mike Chang has no sense of fashion at all. So I like to draw him in like ridiculous outfits. Like he wears these sleeveless, this sleeveless hoodie, and it's like the worst outfit ever. But he doesn't care. Like, he really could care less. Couldn't care less about it. See here, Mike has a shirt that says slut on it. And he doesn't care. I like this image. It's cute. I was trying to try and draw Mike and Tina a little more because I feel like I draw them the least. Or at least Mike I draw the least. I'm like, I can't do them like that. See this, I feel like this is like the best drawing I did of Brandon. This is current Brandon, which is like in his 40s. And my God, he's just so fun to draw. And I was trying to draw Kilmore too, but it came out kind of weird. But yeah, I feel like I don't know, I just really like this Brandon a lot. I think I capture his essence very well, I think. And then I just never drew like that again. Here I was watching Crocodile Hunter videos, and I really liked how the khaki pants shorts looked, how it made people's asses look, so I just drew this. And I really like the uniform of it. And they also had clips of his wife. This was like back in the 90s, and they were like rescuing an alligator, or they were transferring her, and I liked her poses, so I was trying to like emulate that. And I was just watching a lot of like Brave Wilderness with the coyote guy. And I forgot how much I loved like shit like that. So I drew Blaine, basically being like the sloth hunter. And then Kurt's the cameraman. He's just like, oh, it's such a gorgeous creature. And Kurt's like, oh, I know. And he's like, oh, Kurt, stop. And I feel like they would never get any work done. They'd be just flirting with each other. These were Mattel-inspired watercolor drawings. There's a little series of Barbie drawings from like the 1960s, I think, and they're just so gorgeous. And I haven't been able to find the artist. I looked on Twitter. I was like, Twitter friends, do you know like who's the artist for this shit, and no one knew. It was just very frustrating that we couldn't figure out who drew like the images, because they're so nice. Oops, the lemon cheeks. And here's Blaine. I like to imagine Blaine, like when they have their karaoke nights, Blaine would just be like, just singing Screamo, because he has, I feel like Blaine hides a lot of stress. And the way he lets it out is by, you know, screaming. And no, I don't watch that animal show. Ew. But I was inspired by it, I'd say, with that drawing. I was inspired by that little animal show. Let me just zoom in this one a little bit. I'm sorry you have to see my fan. Oh yeah, I drew feet. Gotta do feet. Oh, these are pretty self-explanatory. I just wish the shit would focus better. There we go. Oh yeah, and I like to imagine Mercedes like bringing home like gross shit and just carrying the crap out of Kurt. Like she brings home like a human skull. God knows where she found it. Kurt's just like, oh my god. And here's Friends. I was trying to watch Friends. I still have not finished nor continued. I'm really bad when it comes to watching shows that take fucking 5 years. But I do enjoy, like, I love Monica's hair. Mostly in the first episode, because she kind of has like this, she has this mullet, but she never wore it again. It kind of makes me sad. It looks really nice to look. And here's Football Santana. I really enjoy this. It was like an alternate universe where she's in college football with Blaine, and they're like on the same team. And here's Brandon Boyd again. And Tina. Mercedes is the cheerleader for the rival team, so that's interesting. And they're called Lady Gators. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know where that's from. Oh, here we go. So this is when I started this is when I started to just like say fuck it and draw the 90210 fan art I've been wanting to draw. So I tried to practice drawing Dylan. Dylan's face it's so fun. But what was hard about his face was that, like, his eyes, like, Luke Perry's eyes are an anomaly to me because they're like pressed into his skull, and, you know, it's not like he has, like, only one eyelid, but it looks like he does, but then it doesn't. So I had to figure out how to draw that, and I was like, how the fuck do you draw that? How do you make it look real? So I kind of spent some time doing that. And here's just Brandon and Dylan doing it. This was one of my favorite outfits he wore in the show. I don't remember what episode, but I think it was from season 2. He had such a flat tummy. Oh my god. And of course I ship Brandon and Dylan because I feel like they have a lot of chemistry. The show fucked that up. Yeah, I started to understand how his eyes started to work, and it just became really fun to draw. And Brandon, I tend to draw him with the mullet he had in the pilot episode because I just like mullets. I know they're not popular, but oh god, but I think they look nice. And the little Kurt, I really enjoy this Kurt. I think he looks really pretty. I think, like I know this page, I just noticed I just had a lot of fun with it. Because, you know, my work had been stressing me out a lot, and I hadn't been able to, like, really put my foot into my art. So, I just remember having such a blast drawing this whole page. It was just really fun, just drawing different characters, and then trying watercolor again. And you can see I just started to get more comfortable with it. And then my new flavor of the month is Luke Perry, so I started drawing and watching anything with him in it, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I think this is like the best drawing of him, because I think I really captured his like really, really deep eyes, I guess you could say. And I really like the movie version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because Buffy is like muscular, and she's just tall, and oh my god, she's such a babe. Like, she really is a babe in that movie. Yeah, the series, she's a little too puny for me. And here's more Dylan. Like, really, the rest of the sketchbook becomes like 90210 world, because I really enjoy that show. It's just nice to watch a show that you can just like sit and just draw along with. That's what I like to do. I like to draw along with it. And here's me in my Incubus shirt that I drew. I was trying to draw with markers again, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. And I just started. The rest of the sketchbook is mostly watercolor. Here's little Kelly in the only outfit I like that she wore. And well, I never bothered to finish these. I just didn't like them. I was just like, my head was just like Dylan. Like, that's all I wanted to draw. And I wanted to practice people kissing too. Oh, and here's a Egon Schiele study. I don't know what the image is called, the original, but I really like this, and I think it captured the essence of the original drawing a little bit. And I was trying to just try new techniques, because I like how Egon Schiele drew his the arms. Like, he just drew it like whatever, and I tend to make them very straight. So I'm like, oh, maybe I could do it with my arms like that, like with a little less firmness. So my arms look a little weird now because of that. But I think it's a good weird. Bitch, I like that one. These pages were hard to not color either. Like, I feel like I always want to color my pages, so I tend to take away the niceness of just leaving it black and white. Because sometimes I like the way my lines look, and I just want my lines to stick out. But then I kind of take that away when I color it. Blame makeup party. I think this is Kurt and Mercedes' loft because of the human head skull. I like the idea of them having lanterns. I'm gonna keep that. Oh, here's my Starfire drawings. I love Starfire from the 1980s. I think her design is gorgeous. And I feel like the new Titan show kind of failed at not giving her big curly hair. That's all they needed. Just give her big curly hair and have her dress like fashionable. They didn't do that. I like this Kurt too. I think this was one of my favorite paintings. I think I said it too when I posted it. This is literally like my favorite painting in the whole sketchbook. Here's Tina. And now I just use watercolor like it's nothing. Like, it's like second nature to me. And I'm really happy because I think I feel like watercolor is so limitless. Like, you see with the markers, like, they're not bad. I like nature. They're not bad, but it's like, you see here, I could have like so many colors, whereas here it's like, it's just kind of limited, and I don't know if I could use markers again though. I've become really obsessed, like, I've become very loyal to watercolor. Yeah, we're almost reaching the end. I forget this only has like 60 pages, so it's a pretty short video compared to my last ones, you know. And then here's Dylan and Brandon again at the Peach Pit. I really like Brandon's Peach Pit outfit. And I tried drawing Brenda here. I really like Brenda. I feel like they fucking did her dirty as hell. Really dirty. Let me do some close-ups. This is it. I really want this car, Beetle. It's like my dream car. If I could get that car, I would be like the happiest person ever. Oh, yeah, we're almost there. Wow. I really like this painting. I'm just looking at it, sorry. I'm kind of lost for words because I really like it. I learned a lot about layering too, because I used to always be scared to layer, especially when it came to Mercedes, because Mercedes has dark skin. And I was always scared that when I would layer more that the paper wouldn't be able to handle it. But I think here it handled it very well. So now I don't care anymore, and I just layer. And this I like. So this is my ideal like 90210 episode where Dylan stops by the Peach Pit and picks Brandon up. And they just go on a nice little date or joyride with Trouble on the back. Because in the show, Dylan adopts a cat and he names him Trouble, and it's so cute. I just really like that idea. And I like how this page came out too. What I like too about my paintings is that you have this, and sometimes I don't feel like drawing anymore. So this kind of takes care of that. And I'm like, okay, I don't have to fill that part up because it's already filled. Then this, you saw the speed paint of it. I really like how this came out. So this was supposed to be Blaine's room, but I feel like his bed is odd. Like it looks like it's just like a mound of sheets rather than a bed. So I might have to redesign that. Nice Blaines. I actually did not like this Blaine at first, but now I really like it. It's kind of sexy. This one I don't like. It looks fucking ugly. Or fugly. Oh, here we go. This is the last page. So this is pretty much the last page. And I didn't like this. I still don't like it that much. Like I really wanted to end it with something dynamic, but I messed up a lot and I was like, whatever. But I do like how I at least tried. And there's some I do like it. Still looks dynamic, it just looks bad. And that's okay. And of course I have to draw one more grand boy because a lot of I know the sketchbook I remember a lot of it because I went through so many things. Like I know this was when I got just really obsessed with Incubus, and I haven't liked the band like that since the Jonas Brothers. So it fills me with a lot of joy and inspiration. I actually might want to draw album or song title cards. Maybe. I don't know. Please pay me, Brandon. But yeah, this is the last one. And there's little Blaine. I always draw Blaine because he makes me happy. But I think I've accomplished most of these things. Interaction, I still want to work on that. Backgrounds, I still want to work on that. But I put a new thing, and I put things I improved on. I think I did it last sketchbook. I don't know. But I improved in watercolor, character design, and hands, surprisingly. Yeah. That's pretty much it. This one was pretty short, but I had a lot of fun with this one. I think this one I'm probably going to scan. I'd like to scan it. It's a lot of stains. But yeah, I'd like to scan it maybe one day, and hopefully I can sell it. I don't know. But thanks for watching. Alright.